Welcome back to Off the Mat with the Crusher. Today I'm excited to bring you Lucas Lepri of Alliance. World champion, Pan champion, European champion, an athlete admired as much for the way he competes as his results. Come back after the interview for some of my final thoughts, and don't forget to like us on Facebook as well. You'll see the link right now. I'll talk to you soon. Enjoy. Here with Lucas Lepri from Alliance. Lucas, you're admired for having a complete game, right? Top, bottom, takedowns, sweeps, submissions. Who influenced you on the way up the ranks? Who are some of your inspirations in jiu-jitsu?
So, actually, when I started jiu-jitsu in 2000, I used to watch, Fernando Margarida a lot. I like, his game. And, that's, his influence, like my takedowns, my passing. And then also my ex-teacher, Fernando Terere, I used to train with him when I was a purple belt and brown belt. And then, I try to imitate his game, his passing, how he changed his hips and, and these were, those two guys that, is a big example for me, and then I try to follow.
Okay, that's awesome. Those two guys that you mentioned in particular are known for having, just like you, what I call an honest game. Guy pulls, they pass. They're not afraid to be on bottom. They'll do takedowns like you. Where do you stand on what we're seeing today? A lot of guys pulling double guard, leg fencing, doing those things.
Yeah, so like like I would say, these two guys, was a big example for me, and still a big example for me, and then like I learned, since I was like, white belt, and blue belt since I started, you have to be a complete game. And today, you see those guys fighting to, stay on bottom. That's, is a little bit sad for jiu-jitsu. I think, everybody has to learn how to pass in the guard. If the guy pull guards before you, try to pass. If you get sweep, you have to, try to sweep the guy back or work your submissions. You have to, try to getting better for all positions.
Okay. So how much of your game, so when you get ready for a top tournament, or that they're going to be top guys, the same guys are always at these tournaments on the medal podium with you. How much of your game is specific? Your game plan is specific for those guys, and how much is just you playing jiu-jitsu?
So actually, like I don't have like much strategy. I don't have like a game plan. So I like to train everything. I know that I'm gonna fight. Some guys. We meet. Each other all the tournaments. But like I don't like to train one thing specific for one guy. I train for everything. All the positions, all the I don't have a strategy. I have the game fluid. I think that's sometimes that's the problem. I don't have that strategy that I have to make for some guys, but I can't make strategy. That if I make the strategy and then when I get over there, everything change.
Yeah.
So I prefer like go over there and fight. Instead, I make some plan.
Yeah, that's funny. You call it a problem. You're one of the most admired and respected jiu-jitsu guys in the world. So if that's a problem, I wish I had that problem. But guys like JT, Celso, Lowell, Satoshi, who would you consider your toughest opponent? You fought some of the. That division is stocked.
Yeah.
And you fought them all. You're a world champion, European champion, Pan champion. Who would you consider your toughest opponent and why?
Man, these four guys, is very tough guys. That guys I lost already, and then I won already. So, all these four guys, has like different games. So JT has like specific strong games. Celcinho too, and Leandro has really good guard, and Satoshi is very strategy guy. So. So it's really hard to pick one and say, this is the toughest, guy, So I think, you know, the four guys really good fighters, you know, and persons too. So yeah, like I say, it's really hard to pick one, you know.
Yeah.
And then we have a lot more guys, you know. It's
Mhm.
not just four guys, you know, but we have many guys. We have like every tournament,
Mm-hmm.
Pan Ams or Mundial, we have like almost six guys, you know, at
Yeah.
the bracket. So it's really hard to pick one and say, man, this is the toughest guy, you know.
Yeah, there are a lot of tough guys coming up. And you've been on top for a while, so a lot of guys are making specific games to fight you.
Yeah.
But let me ask you a different question then. What match or tournament ranks to you as your greatest victory, you know, in your mind?
Man, on my mind, I think the biggest tournament, you know, was like when I won the Mundials, you know, 2007. I did like 5 tough mats, you know, because like was my first year as a black belt and nobody, you know, knew me.
Yeah.
So and then was really tough to beat, you know, all those guys, you know, was really tough, very pressure. No example, no pressure, right?
Uh-huh.
Because, you know, my first year as a black belt, and then I just went there and did my job.
Uh-huh.
But the toughest mat, man, was, I guess, Lucas Lepri
Uh-huh.
in 2008
Uh-huh.
in Nogi World. I was losing by 8-2,
Uh-huh.
you know, and then on the last, you know, 45 seconds, I submit him on the knee bar. That was really good mat, you know, and
Yeah.
was really tough mat, you know, and was good.
Yeah, that reminds me of a fight you had, a match you had in New York with Gregor Gracie.
Yeah, that's
on
really
the internet
good.
or not. Yeah, he's I think he was a middle heavy or whatever. That was when you were in New
Absolute division,
York.
yeah.
Yeah,
That was really tough match too, man.
Yeah. You finished him late in the match. It was back and forth. That was that was a great match.
Yeah, that was a very exciting match,
Yeah,
for sure.
I'll share that on my off the mat Facebook so some of the people can see it as well. That was a great match. A hot topic in jiu-jitsu today is teammates closing out brackets.
Mhm.
You and Michael Lange have closed out, you know, a few brackets, and you guys are two people that, you know, those of us who like when teammates close out,
Mhm.
hold up. You know, tell me why you stand, you know, why you guys close out as opposed to compete. What's your position on that?
Yeah, as you know, first, you know, me and Mike, like, we trained together for a long time.
Mhm.
We're friends, man, since, like, he was blue belt and I was, you know, purple belt. And then we help each other since that, you know, and then I don't see the reason we fight, you know.
Yeah.
So we train, you know, together, you know. And man, we know, and then he helped me a lot in São Paulo when I need, you know. So it's not just because that, but, you know, because like you're a very friend, we're close friend, you know. I don't have a reason to fight with my friend, you know. So and and then I can close all the brackets, you know, as I can. Like with him, I think we don't have a problem.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one time, you know, he give me the title, other time I give him the title. That is not like a big deal, you know, for us.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
What is it like teaching in Atlanta at Alliance headquarters? You know, talk about the influence of Jacare, you know, being here in Atlanta as well.
Man, being here, you know, is for me is very, very grateful, you know. So that's a good experience. Everybody over here has a good energy, you know. Everybody is very friendly with me, with my wife, and you know, Jacare is a nice guy, you know, and he's the master. He's a big example for us, you know. Good leader, and he helped me a lot, you know. He talked with me about, you know, many things, you know, on my training, on the strategy, you know, that I have to do it, you know, but sometimes it's hard to do it, but help me, you know, about my diet, to talk about the diet, you know. He eats, you know, really well, very healthy, and then he talked with me about the diet too, and, you know, he helped me a lot. I'm learning, you know, every day I learn something new.
Yeah. He's a great guy, great influence as well. What's next for you in terms of competitions, seminars, or future goals in the sport?
So first, I have I have seminar next weekend in Orlando, already. So, and I'm very excited, to go there and share some knowledge with them. I see my friend again, Malfacini. And then, the next tournament, I'm planning to fight the No-Gi Worlds, but before that, we have the ADCC. I have the invitation this year, and then I'm gonna train for get there very well.
So this is gonna be your first Abu Dhabi.
My first Abu Dhabi.
Man,
yeah.
so Off the Mat with the Crusher has a scoop. Lucas Lepri is gonna be at the Abu Dhabi. That's
yes,
awesome.
I'm very excited to go. To prepare to get there well, fight well. With my teammates. Like Fabio Gugel, the general is gonna be there. Gabe Garcia, Cobrinha. So I'm very excited. Michael Lang as well. So very excited to meet my friends, train together to get there and do a good job.
That's fantastic. That's great. What you've been in New York, you've been here in Atlanta, you're going to Orlando. What are some of the differences you see between jiu-jitsu here in America and in Brazil? Do you see any differences, or how do you find the level here in America right now?
Oh, the level in America is going great. I think like one of the best guys, like teachers and competitors are here right now. And then the level over here is amazing. Near future, we're gonna have more American black belts world champions for sure. This is gonna take it's not take too long to have. Today we have just Lovato. But soon we're gonna have more for sure. Because over here, all the Americans, everybody's training hard. It's not just in Brazil anymore. The guys, is training hard. All over the world, the guys, are training hard. So I think, like we have already, a lot of brown belts, lower belts. We have already, American champions. It's not just American champions, European champions. So the sport now is all over the world. Before it was concentrated in Brazil. Right. But right now, it's American, Brazil, Europe, all over. So,
awesome.
Yeah.
What last words do you have for your fans?
Man, the last words is like, thank you everybody to support me, support my jiu-jitsu, and for sure I'm gonna train and to get some more titles, for every time I go, I prepare really hard, and I'm gonna prepare really well for ADCC and the No-Gi World as well. And for sure, I'm not disappointed. I'm gonna fight hard and looking for this submission all the time that I'm looking for all my mats.
Awesome, Lucas. Thanks so much for spending time with us.
Thank you, Samuel. Thanks for the opportunity. For the interview. I hope you guys like it, and hope we will see you guys soon.
See you soon.
I hope you enjoyed that interview with Lucas. This week I got to spend some time with Lucas on the mat as well as off the mat. You will never see footage of my rolling with Lucas because that was a humbling experience. But I'll tell you what, I found that Lucas is a person that I can respect just as much for the way he carries himself with humility and with genuineness as I can for the things that he does jiu-jitsu wise. And that was a worthwhile experience. Lucas is somebody that I'm going to be rooting for as he continues on in the future. You guys got the scoop. Lucas is going to be at the Abu Dhabi. I'll be pulling for him there, and I'll be pulling for him in all the gi tournaments coming up as well. Thanks for joining us today. Don't forget to like us on Facebook so that you don't miss any of the interviews coming up in the future. And I'll see you next time on Off the Mat with the Crusher.